Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you how to solve this math problem, which is similar to a past PSLE math question. Right, so let's read the question together. Gardula bought some chocolates and gave half of them to Orba. And Orba bought some sweets. Right, so this is chocolate, this is sweets, and gave half of them to Gardula. Gardula then ate 20 sweets and Orba ate 35 chocolates. And then the ratio of Gardula's sweets to chocolate become 1:8, and the ratio of Orba's sweets to chocolate become 1:3. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is to draw the model. That is the challenging part, because getting the correct models to this question can be a little bit challenging, and you have to be extra careful. Right, so what does this first two statement mean? Gardula bought chocolate and gave half to Orba, and Orba bought some sweet and gave half of them to Gardula. This one means that at the start, both of them will have the same number of sweets and the same number of chocolates, because they gave half to each other. Right, so let's draw that one first. Okay, I'm going to use a different color for the chocolate. So let's use red. Okay, so this is Gardula, G, and this is Orba, O. Right, so Gardula ate 20 sweets, and then what happens? The ratio of the sweets to chocolate become 1:8. Right, so let's draw that part. So Gardula is going to eat 20 sweets. So this is 20. And what is left is this part. And the ratio of this part to the chocolate is 1:8. Right, so let's draw that part. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so all these are the same units. Okay, so there are 8 of them here. Right, but you must remember that this unit is only the small part here and not the whole thing. Right, because there is a 20 here that has been eaten by Gardula. Right, now what did Orba do? He ate 35 chocolates, and then the ratio of the sweets to chocolate become 1:3. So Orba ate only the chocolates, which is the red color, but not the sweets. So the sweets remain here, and then the ratio become 1:3. So I'm going to do that part here now. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this part of the chocolate has been eaten. How many of them? 35. So I'm going to put 35 here. Let's use the black color. Right? So now this is the trick now. As I mentioned earlier, that as a start, both of them actually have the same number of sweets as well as chocolate. Right? So even though Orba did not eat any sweet, but this part, these two are exactly the same. Right? So the trick is to draw this part in, the 20, inside here, right? And repeat that for this model too. There will be 3 of them, right? So why do we do this? We do this so that we only have one unknown unit, right? Which is this small part here. So all these are actually the same unit. Here we have 8. Here we have 1, 2, 3 plus the additional 20, 20, 20. Right? So now we can proceed further now. We can compare the chocolates here for Gardula as well as the chocolate here for Orba. These two are actually the same number of chocolates. Right? So this is what I can do now. Let's use a different color. That's green. Right? So I can see that 8 units is also the same as 1, 2, 3 units plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, right? Because there are 3 of them, and plus 35, right? Because these 2 bars or these 2 models are actually the same. Right? I cannot make use of this, the sugar, the sweets, because they are exactly the same information. But this one will be very useful for us to solve the problem. Right? So what's the next step? 8 units minus 3 units is actually 5 units. And that will be equal to all this, which uh, 20, 20, 60 is 95. So 1 unit is equal to 95 divided by 5, that is 19. Right? So how many sweets did Orba buy? Right, so you must remember that actually Orba bought 2 times of this because he gave half of them to Gardula. Right, so the answer would be actually 19 plus 20, which is 39, and then we have to take that to multiply that by 2, 78. That's the final answer. So this is a problem that we have just solved. So let's check the answer by clicking on this button. Remember, we got 78, right? So now that you know how to solve this problem, I would suggest very strongly you go to the link given below and click on this new problem button. You can see that every time you click, you get a different set of numbers, right? And then after you have done your work, you can check, you can get the models plus the final answer. Right, guys, so continue to practice, have fun, and thank you for listening.